Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I have two neighborhoods that I think should be on your radar if you're looking for a larger home, a home that may need some updating, some remodel work. These homes were built in the late part of the 80s, early to mid 90s, and I think in both of these neighborhoods, the last home site was kind of built around 1999, 2000. So they're gonna be 25-year plus old homes, or older homes. Might need kitchens, might not need kitchens, but it might be that type of an opportunity for you, particularly if you're looking for a larger square foot house with a definitely larger lot. And these two neighborhoods are Bent Tree off of Proctor and Serenoa off of Ibis. These areas have developed around them. This is like right off of Clark Road, exit 205, probably some of the best locations, certainly the best school districts. You guys are going to, on the public schools, you've got Ashton Elementary, Sarasota Middle School, Riverview High School. So that's definitely a good school choice, or a good school setup for those areas. The lots can be upwards of a half an acre to an acre, depending on if you've got a cul-de-sac situation or not. And almost all of the homes are gonna be well past 2,500 square feet, like 3,000, 4,000, sometimes on the Bent Tree side, 5,000 square foot, possibly detached garage, mother-in-law suite on top of that. So they're larger home sites. They are gonna need, I'm assuming most of them that are gonna come on, unless they've already been done, are gonna need some remodel work. We will link below to any of them that might be on the market as of this current point, but this might be something to watch, these particular two areas, because you've got the ability to take these homes and change the layout on them. So if you do have an older senior, if you've got younger kids but they haven't quite left the house, or they've kind of come back during the pandemic and they're like, you know, now they're working from home but they're hanging out with you, and you're like, we just need more space, we need a stay-at-home office, you know, we need an office, and we need bedrooms, and we need laundry room, and we need another office over this way, and like these homes allow you the space to do that. But it is certainly for the right type of buyer. I put these on your radar because my wife and I drive these neighborhoods. Whenever I'm by myself, I'll drive these neighborhoods. They're both gated, so there are certain times of the day where sometimes the gate will be open. You can just roll in there and check them out. But I drive these things looking for them because I'm like, man, these are gonna be incredible properties from an investment perspective moving forward, particularly because they are so large, because the home sites are so big, because Sarasota County does allow accessory dwellings, and there is enough space to build accessory dwellings. So if you want to build a mother-in-law suite that's on the other side of the property, you're not dealing with a 50-foot line from the back of the property, etc. Like, you have enough space to do that. You have a space to do a secondary driveway. You have space to do a secondary mailbox if needed, you know, like an A and a B type of thing. Like, there's a lot of that going on. And so we drive these neighborhoods, and I'm like, man, when the time is right here, I wanna find some deals in here, because a lot of the people that own them have been lawn and landscape clients of mine when I was growing up, and I had a business in high school and college that was doing landscaping work. They're the original owners, and so when I see them, they're still the original owners, but they're aging out of these homes. These are larger homes, and for a couple in their 70s or early 80s, it is probably too much home for them, especially if they've already lived there for 20, 25 years. It's time for them to move out and a new family to move in, and during that process, update things, change floor plans around, make it modern and make it what you need. But you cannot beat the location. I mean, there hasn't been any new, that area is built out. And so I think that if you're an investor, if you are someone that's looking to do multi-generational living, either with your parents and then with your children, if you're trying to put grandparents and children, and if you're trying to put them all together, you want places to be able to park cars in garages. So, you know, you want to be able to have a secondary garage, you want to be able to have a shop. And some of these will have a lot, not necessarily Serenoa, but certainly on the Bee Ridge side, there are detached garage or spaces to do that over in there. It's not a country type of place. These are golf course neighborhoods. There is a golf course, and that's a pro tip too. Like it's a perk, I suppose, where they're older courses. They have clubhouses, and you know, you can have a golf cart and you can go golfing. So that's a major perk. Like, not every neighborhood has access to a golf course. These do. Because of that, they have golf course views. Some of the lots are backed up to a reserve, so you got, you know, views of the lake or the woods or whatnot, but some of them have views of the golf course. So these are two neighborhoods that are like on my personal shopping list to be looking through I think that anyone that's in that spot wants multi-generational housing or is looking for income producing property to rent to a family that is looking to do multi-generational housing and divide up the cost of that type of rental amongst different, not necessarily tenants, have one tenant, but one family with multiple income streams, making that a really great tenant. I think that the potential is there for it. None of that exists in there currently, but I am looking at these properties from a personal perspective, particularly Bent Tree, because that is just, it's been a neighborhood. When I was a kid, we'd ride our bikes through it, and I was always like, at some point in time, when I get to a spot in life, I want to own one of these homes in here. It is just one of the nicest. I mean, my favorite home in Sarasota is like in this neighborhood. Right? It looks like a castle, the way the roof lines on it and things like that. And so a lot of my friends growing up, they all said the exact same thing. So it's an area to look for. There are other properties that meet these specs, but these particular areas off of Clark Road, something to consider. Really, really treasured properties. See ya.